Hello, let's place some dominoes. It's time for pips. We'll start with the easy puzzle as usual. Let's give it a go. All right, what do we have here? We need a 1 that could connect to a 5. Yeah, it looks like actually this is fairly likely. 1 connects to a 5, which connects to a 6, which connects to another 6, which connects to a 4. No, this is impossible now. Because now the W needs to connect. Oh, wait, no. No, this does work. Sorry, this does work. 4 connects to 0, connects to 3, connects to 00. That's all fine. There we go. Okay, that was the easy puzzle. Let's go on to the medium. See how this treats us. Okay, so we need a 1 that goes into something that could make 6, but we have 3 1 options. Are they all possible? But then we have another 6 chained to that. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So for instance, if we put a 1, 4 here, then we'd need a 2 that itself goes up into, oh, this is interesting. Look at how this works. So I don't know if this is correct. I'm just, 2 goes into 3, then the 3 goes up into a 2 that makes a 1. So now we need another 1 here, which I guess at this point you could sort of cap off that chain by putting the 1 into the greater than 4 with a 5. I mean, this is wrong because now the 4 can't go into the equivalence, but that was kind of interesting. Is there another way to make this work? I'm just curious. Like if we put oh, come on. If we put the 1, 5 here, and then we had, no. Well, then a 5, 6 here? No, this doesn't work. Because now it breaks. Anyway, that was all, I wasn't actually expecting that to be correct. I was just sort of demonstrating the way we've got this chain that flows upward from there. Anyway, okay, well, how should I actually be thinking about this? So the 10 needs 2 5s or a 6 4. We also have a 4 that's spoken for no matter what. Does that tell me anything? We have 2 4s in total. So if the 10 were 6 4, what would that mean? It would mean we'd need a 5 going in either to the 9 or to this equivalence region. Actually, it couldn't be going into the 9 because then we'd need a 4 over here, but we'd still need a 4 to finish the 9, and then we wouldn't have a 4 for our dedicated 4. So actually, if the 10 is 6 4, it goes this way. And then the other 4 goes, it would have to be 4 3. Oh, this doesn't work either. Okay, because yeah, then we wouldn't have another 6 to finish the 9. So that's good. That has proven that the 10 is made up of 2 5s. And we only have 2 5s. No, that means I've done something wrong. No, it doesn't mean I've done something wrong. It means this goes here. Because that's the only 5 that can point into a 9 and have enough allow us to finish the 9, to complete the 9. So now we have a 5 0 or a 5 1 pointing down, and it must be a 5 1 pointing down because the 5 0 doesn't have a matching 0 for the equivalence region. So now we could put a 1 4 in here. Is there another way to do this? In fact, I think there's not, because if this wasn't the setup, we'd need a 4 connected to something greater than 4, and we don't have that. So that is fine. So now, let's see. We have 3 3s. We can't put any of those in the 9 yet. We have 2 1s to make to use as our choices down at the bottom. So, for instance, I think it'll be this. And, well, actually, here's another thing we can say without knowing that. We're going to use a 1 down there no matter what, which means this 2 is not made up of 2 1s because we don't have 2 1s left after that. So it needs to be a 2 and a 0. That's what it needs to be. Now the 2, if this 2 were over in the right-hand side of the 2, it would point into the greater than 4, but we don't have any 2s that do that. So it'll have to be the 0 that points over there, which means the 2 points down into the 6. So that we know. So it can't be 2 1 because we don't have a 5 to make the 6. Which means it'll be 2 3, which means we have a 3 pointing down here, and this one is the one that's connected to something that will reach the 1. Okay, this probably took me longer than it should have, but I'm satisfied that in the end it was all done logically. There we go. That was the medium. Let's try the hard. Okay, what do we have here? We have a 0 that points up into an equivalence region. That'll be either connected to a 2 or a 6. And we have 4 of each of those, which that's what you would have expected, so that's fine. But we also have a 1 pointing down into that. Do we also have 1s of 0s and 6s? No, sorry, 2s and 6s, not 0s and 6s, 2s and 6s. Do we have a 1, 2? We do, and we have... Oh, but do we not have a 1, 6? Oh, okay. So that's 2s. So that means this is also 0, 2. Right. So... so we could either put a double 2 here, or we could put 2, 2 here and 2, 3 here. I guess actually we could even conceivably put a 2, 3 here and a 0. I guess it would have to be this 0, 6 here. And then we'd put a 2, 2 here. Then we'd have a 3. Maybe this is correct. Put a 3 here. No, actually, this doesn't work. Because if we can't put a 1 in the equivalence region because then we won't have enough 1s to make the 1. So that's actually not possible. Which I think means, well, no, we could still put the double 2 here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We don't yet, no, I don't think. But let's look at our equivalence region here. So we need 3 of something, and they could be 1s or 6s. Those are intriguingly different. Or 2s. They could be 2s. If they were 6s, that would make this greater than 5, I think, difficult to achieve. Oh, no, it wouldn't, because we'd still have 1 more 6. Okay. It's probably a clever way to think about this that I'm not managing right now. This is the other way to make the 2s without the 2s being contained in a single domino. This would take up one of our 1s. The 5 would need a 2, so the 2 would have to go this way. This would be the only way to do it. Then we'd have 6s in the equivalence region. Is that a problem? Can't really tell. This all seems fine. I think there might be more than one way to do this at the end there. But I'm not going to go back and find out because I don't even think you can. So there we go. That was the hard one. And I'm not quite sure how that all panned out in the end, but it solved it. There we go. Those are the pips. Back tomorrow. Bye for now.